biscuit.
Girl, you ready to risk it?
For the biscuit?
Risk it? For the biscuit. Okay. It wasn't even planned. We're just that good. We're that in sync. I had to push the table out a little bit.
What's happening?
We're just trying to fill this out. So, oh my gosh. What episode are we in? 4.
This season is berserk.
It's blowing my mind.
It is Gwen Stefani level of bananas. BANANAS is happening right now.
Oh, I can't even deal with it.
Okay, so we open up to Chris gathering the girls saying,
Yes,
there's
biscuits. I'm sorry, did we ever really see biscuits? Because I would be so upset if you were promising a biscuit and there was none.
I know.
I'd be so upset.
It's like, so he says, girls, there's carbs, which
they're all like, yes, Chris Harrison.
Something has to soak up the
Cheers.
alcohol. We're drinking all day and night with no internet and no cell phone.
Nope.
This season is crazy. So he gathers them in and he drops the news.
He's like, dum. No date.
No date.
And they're all like, shut up.
But wait,
We're going to travel the world.
and we're starting in a city full of music and romance
And sights.
So I'm thinking, like, South America?
Yeah.
Like, where are we going? I'm
Yes.
excited that the Bachelor's back on taking the air, back on the road.
But barely.
To Cleveland, Ohio.
The big O. And here's the thing. Their faces dropped. And they were like, Ohio. Like, we're going to be
They
excited.
weren't even fake about it,
No.
though. Some of them were just like,
No, and there was a lot of hate on Ohio. Like, there were some girls straight up being like, I don't know if I know what to do with this, but okay,
but
Peter's
what
there.
I loved is that Peter shows up having been scripted with so many wonderful
beautiful facts about Ohio.
Superman is
I wrote, did you know
Superman and he's like trying to spout out all this like sports history. He had no idea about Ohio. Let's just be honest, Peter. You didn't know. You hadn't thought about
But
Ohio.
we know we love the Midwest.
Yes.
So, like, that was said a lot. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So we get right there, and
How much did Cleveland pay? The city of Cleveland.
it reminds me of Becca's season.
Yes.
Remember we did like the American World Tour?
Yes.
And we did like all these random spots.
Take us
and,
better. Take us someplace better. No shame against you,
No
Cleveland.
shame on-
But
no
if they
shame on
come to
Ohio.
somewhere like Victoria, Texas, we're gonna be like, what are you doing here? If you're in Dallas, Texas again, you need to aim higher.
Yeah.
You have money. And with the drama you're laying down this season, you're gonna have.
It's true. It's true. Just show it out early.
Okay.
So right away we get a one-on-one.
A one-on-one.
Victoria.
No.
F.
Yes.
Yeah, they sit down and there's a one-on-one. They have a car waiting for them when they're at the hotel. And
Oh,
what I love,
it
can I
says
just also
soar to new heights. That invites her to go soar to new heights.
sort of, and that's what you want to do. And what I love this season, there's so many pageant queens. Do you notice that every time there's a date card, they're always like
Oh yeah, like
holding each other, fingers crossed, like taking deep breaths, like they're about to find out if we're crowned
And then
Miss
they're
America.
like, congratulations!
It's horrible. It's hilarious. So
So
okay, so
true.
Victoria F gets the one-on-one, and it's soar to new heights.
And she starts freaking out
Yeah.
with this whole, I mean, how many times do we hear this? That they're scared of heights. Because they want it to be like this.
I mean, I don't want to go high
She
places.
is
I get it.
freaking out. And when the car pulls up to the plane, she literally has like a tantrum.
No.
Like,
What my favorite thing about this whole situation is with Victoria F in general is I feel like this is her vibe now. She likes to be scared and unsure of herself like really, really hard and then own it.
Yeah.
Like every time.
Yeah.
This whole date. But it's just like when Peter said, "Are you ready to go?" She's like, "No, yeah, I'm ready. But she just didn't want to
and
do it.
I don't know why she thought they were going skydiving. His name is Pilot Pete.
Yeah.
And you're pulling up to like a Cessna.
Everything has to do with flying. Like
Yeah.
everything.
So we went on another flight with Pilot Pete.
Which she was afraid of, but she does well.
Yeah. And then he turns to her and was like, do you like roller coasters? And she's like, I love roller coasters.
Homegirl does not love roller coasters.
You were scared of heights like 10 seconds ago.
That's what I'm saying. She
Yeah.
is on this level.
Yeah, she's like hyping herself up.
Yeah.
So they go to Cedar Point.
Cedar Point,
Okay.
where they have all the roller coasters and the whole park for themselves, which is always a really cute date.
Yes.
And they bungee for two,
Oh my gosh.
ironically into the air. And then she was like, "This is horrible. Let's do it again."
These girls don't know what they
This
want.
sounds horrible.
And that's what they keep blaming Peter for not knowing what he wants. And I'm like, you guys don't know what you want.
None of you.
You're like, I can't do it, but let's do it.
But let's do it. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Peter thing or what.
Okay. Oh, and she was like, we're like two little kids. And I was like, but you're the little kid with the adult mouth that they keep having to blur out because you're saying adult words.
You're saying adult words. So can I also say though, for a second there, Peter describes their relationship like a roller coaster, and I don't think that was a compliment. I personally, if Sam was like, our marriage is like a roller coaster, I'd be like, what?
And also, like, if it's already a roller coaster and this is only your like third time to hang out, like that's gonna be exhausting.
Yeah, I get where he was coming from. Like, we're going up to the highest point, but then what happens, Peter? You go down, bro.
I know. I'm like, dude, you are going through a lot with these women, and it's seriously, y'all only had like hours together. Hours together.
We have a lot of feelings about this. You guys.
They talk. They go to a little diner. It was cute, and they talk about kids. And Peter, in his naive, sweet world, is planning his number of children based on how many can fit together in a roller coaster so that one's not left out.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I was like, sweet Peter, no, it's about your sedan. How many people are going to fit in your car? Y'all aren't going on many roller coasters.
Like, you can't even get there.
What?
It's hard, man.
I like your
It's cute though. You know what? It is cute.
It was cute.
And if roller coasters are a passion and you believe that your children will be roller coaster crazy, you best believe my parents left me. They went to roller coasters and I sat by myself.
You're like
on the bench. There was still only three kids up there. Okay. So here's where it gets amazing.
You guys, the producers deserve an Emmy this year. Is that what it's called, Emmys?
Whatever it is, they deserve it all.
That was amazing.
They deserve everything. So he's saying, "Oh, I can't wait to see your face. I love this kind of thing. Like it's a concert." Whatever, and I feel like at a moment she sees, she's like, wait, who is it?
I think she knows what's coming. She's smart enough that he's like, I have a private concert by a country singer, and she's like already thinking.
She knew.
She knew.
And when she sees him, my body shook. I was like, shooketh. I shook it. I was shooketh.
As the girls would say, you were shooketh. Oh my gosh, but what was most amazing is that Chase was shooketh.
He literally looked shocked. He like covered his mouth. He couldn't believe it.
Like in the way he was
and
like
can
singing.
we just
to
also
them?
say he was singing to her?
Yes.
You know how like when you're at a concert and you know you're like, oh, he's singing to me. He was really singing to her.
Oh my gosh, he totally was like surprised. He definitely did not know. I mean, that was like genuine. Like this is so awkward.
To know was a possibility.
Okay, so I actually read about it. So I read. So this morning he had an interview on a radio station that I listened to because I like you guys and I like The Bachelor a lot. I don't know about that. So and he said,
look at them laugh like.
What? We recon about The Bachelor. If you want to share about it on Facebook, that's fine.
Yeah.
No. So he said on the radio show that he did date Victoria, and they had talked about long before, you know, like she was gonna go, like they broke up, and then he found out she was gonna go on the show.
Yeah.
So he knew she was a contestant on the show, but like he honestly did not think that they would do that, like, because he thought that would be weird. Like, so he figured either she was gone.
There's too much trust in this process.
And he thought it was like, you know, they usually pick like kind of nobodies to like help their career, and so he was really genuinely excited.
Sure.
And he even asked his manager several times, like, dude, I don't want to be about drama. Like, I really want to promote my music. Like, this is my chance for a big shot. Like, this is my, like, he was really, really excited for his chance.
That makes me sad for him.
I know, he was super excited for his music career. Like, he thought, this is my moment. Like,
I don't remember what he sang, but I sure remember what happened after.
I feel really bad for him because he thought, this is my moment to make it big in the music industry, and then he's actually really, really angry because he felt like now all it was about was the drama, and he's like questioning if they even really wanted him for his music at all. Like, I feel bad for him.
That's hard.
Chase for Bachelor.
So awkward. Why not?
He was cute. He was really cute. He was cute. Let's go him for next Bachelor.
Well, what is interesting to me is
he would not bring back a girl.
No.
Wasn't he?
No. Well, what's interesting to me is when they were at dinner and she finally told Peter, like, hey, this was awkward. She said, like, what was I going to say then?
Oh, no.
Oh, she said, like, I don't want his lifestyle. He asked me not to do it.
Yeah.
So it makes me think it was sooner than they're both leading on.
Yeah.
Why would you ask someone not to do something if y'all been broken up?
Well, and what was so funny was that scene where like Chase is giving Peter his number, and I was like, this
so
is
awkward.
And
when she told Peter, he kept going, wait, the Chase that was just singing.
No, Chase
that
Bank.
Chase.
No, Chase Bank. That's
that Chase. Wait, I'm sorry. Which Chase is it?
That was
he was
he's
so
like,
confused.
Wait.
And he's like the guy who just shook my hand.
Like the singer.
Like,
that sang to us.
And
so basically, while we were making out and dancing, your ex-boyfriend
he said that was weird. He's like, that's weird.
And here's what bothered
It is
me
weird.
about Victoria F's whole response. Like, first of all, she didn't have to make it this big of a deal.
No.
I feel like if she had come in and kind of laughed and been like, you know, super awkward, like, we all, obviously you're gonna have exes.
And
Peter,
how are you supposed to know?
and Peter has an ex-girlfriend named Hannah Brown
Who was
showed
on
up,
the show too.
who has showed up
Maybe
for
not perfect for
2
each
episodes. So like, I felt like Victoria F like being like, he's gonna be so mad and this is so bad, and I was like, I mean, Peter's not gonna, he's gonna feel like it's awkward because it is awkward.
It is awkward.
Like, but like we don't. I feel like she knew she should play that up.
Yeah.
This girl, I actually applaud her. I feel like she knows what to do to like make the guy say, "No, I want you here. No, you're awesome.
Yeah.
No, you need to stay. You didn't do anything
Oh,
wrong."
yeah, these girls are
Well, duh, she didn't
smart.
do anything wrong.
Yeah.
She dated a guy before.
She
like,
aired it up though just in case. In case you're upset,
Like, I'm
you
so
can't
sorry.
be upset and
I'm
use
so
a crime.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm the worst. I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was much.
Okay.
So, but he did give her the rose. She's
Yeah.
safe to go home. Not to go home, sorry. So they're good.
Yes.
Okay, so
Meanwhile.
we're gonna move forward a little bit.
Meanwhile, back at the hotel,
Drop this going on.
we get a group date card, and it is like Victoria, Pete, Kiara, Deandra, Madison, Savannah. Well, it's just Chase. It's everyone but Kelsey.
Yeah. So we knew instantly Kelsey gets the next one.
Yeah, so we know instantly Kelsey gets the next one. It was 13 girls tackle love together is what
Yeah.
the card said.
Okay. So they get there, and big surprise, Tammy. Freaking, I'm so scared for her, Tammy. She's
I love her
excited.
at the same
I
time.
love her. I love the crap out of her. I don't know why I said that, but I do love her.
Yes.
And
Don't want to play in a football
I
game
don't want to
with
play a
her.
football game with her. She's literally like, I'm gonna tackle them and I'm gonna eat them for breakfast. And I'm like,
I know, I
shooketh.
know. Again, we are
Again,
so
we're gonna
shaken
use
this
that's
episode.
my new word.
Okay, and also I kind of like couldn't figure out what happened, but like Victoria P is hurt.
Okay, no, so she said she was already hurt, and then during the warm-ups, she realized, like, she wasn't feeling it. I think, okay, so I was going to call someone. I was going to ask you who do you think was MVP. But I'm not even going to ask you, because I'm going to tell you.
Tell me who MVP was.
Victoria P was MVP.
She played that well.
She played it. She's like, my back hurts. I'm gonna let you massage me. We're going to snuggle. I'm going to be your coach. No matter who wins, I get to go with you on the date.
Well played.
I know. She
Well
MVP
played.
of the. But let me just talk about these girls for a second. They were insane.
She
That was no football happening.
She animal.
She animal.
She animal
It
was
was
like
insane.
Heisman Award. Like she was like running down the.
It was crazy. These girls were actually tackling each
I was
other.
worried for Hannah Ann at one point. I was like,
Poor
do they
Hannah
have
Ann.
enough gear? And she's so tiny.
didn't.
She's like a little. She's a Disney Channel character. I just like I'm like. I thought the ambulance was going to show up this episode for sure. Kelly
it was
is like
rough.
a freaking quarterback.
It was insane.
Kelly,
Watching these girls.
why are you an attorney?
Yeah, no, they were literally like.
They know,
insane.
and like I know nothing. Like if I was supposed to play football, I would not even know what to do. Like they were so hardcore. Deandra, so it was the Eliminators, the pink team versus
The Killer Bees.
the yellow team, and then how did it end?
It was a tie. I mean,
Okay.
essentially, it was a tie. There was like one last touchdown.
Deandra got that last
Yes.
touchdown,
And it tied them
so
at
all
the time,
13 girls.
which is like the biggest group cocktail moment.
Yeah,
other
we
than, like,
needed someone
rose
to
ceremony
win.
cocktail.
We
Well,
did.
and everyone was really upset about it. And I don't know if I fully
With
so or
Peter,
not.
I think Peter would have been the kind of guy that would have been like, everyone can come anyway, because he's like the conflict avoider.
Yeah.
He's definitely a conflict avoider. You know, he didn't know what to do with
Yeah.
conflict, so he's like,
Everybody
everybody
come.
come. I'm sorry, I made a mistake again.
I'm not perfect. Okay, so everyone was there, and I mean, I don't even know how to. It was going off.
So Victoria P comes immediately with the steal, right? And so she has some,
Which upsets everyone.
yes, because they're like, she already got a back massage from him. Oh yeah. Oh, that was so yeah. I agree. On
Should
the
I be on the
Victoria,
list?
yes,
I
yes,
agree.
Victoria F was playing it up. Okay, so yeah, Victoria P comes in with the steal, and then Sheehan finally is getting some time. Although I think she's a little emotional. She did bring it at the football game, so
And that could bring out some emotions.
yes,
They have bruises.
and of course, that is when
Oh my gosh, okay.
that is
Even.
who comes back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alea.
everybody was like, "Shut the front door!"
They literally scream it. Alea is walking up the front,
yes,
and everyone is like screaming.
yes.
It was insane.
And of course she interrupts Cheyenne.
No, of course.
Because that's the girl who's always always been. That is exactly when the producers told her.
Oh,
to go.
yeah.
They're like, go,
You
go,
need to
go,
go
right
now.
This girl is always interrupted. She's gonna break down if you go
and then
right now.
so soon she goes and she's like, can I steal you? And she was like, well, I can't say no.
Well,
and Peter's face.
Well, and I thought for a second, like, it was a role reversal because she was, like, gonna protect him. She's like,
Yeah.
do you want to talk to her? Like, which I was like, Peter, this is a sign that you need to man up. Because this girl is like, do you need me to, like, filter this?
Do I need to take her out?
Do I need to take care of this situation for you? Because they don't think you know how to take care of a situation. So, basically, Elia comes in to, like, clear her name.
So, and that's the thing that they say even later. It's like, she didn't come back for Peter.
I don't know.
She didn't. They said, "Why did you come back?" And she's like, "Clear my name." They're like, "So not for Peter. You could have waited till the women tell all for that."
But she told Peter, I did feel like I had a connection.
Yeah,
and I just
felt it too, obviously.
And I felt like you were the word influence, which is like
was like the word of the night.
Word of the night.
Word of the night.
And shooketh are the words of the night.
So she pretty much says like, Victoria's lying.
Well, she was like, they planned a Vegas trip. They went to these girls.
I don't plan Vegas trips.
They
with,
stayed
like,
in
people I don't
hotels
know.
together. They drank through the night at Vegas.
They have like text messages together. And
what happens in Vegas
doesn't stay in Vegas.
It does not stay in Vegas, and it is bonding. The things that go down, because most likely they were not at Cirque du Soleil. And Celine Dion's tour is not happening right now, so
it happens.
Something big is happening in Vegas for them.
So he's feeling shook at that point.
Because remember, if y'all missed last episode, Victoria P, when she ran it, he asked her.
He did.
To tell her about Elia. But her thing was, she said, we were only friends.
For like, and I only knew her for like
3 hours.
She was
that
very
was
specific about this
3 hour friendship. So like all the time add together that I've hung out,
it's like it didn't matter. So
it's been 3 hours.
And so he pulls Victoria P to the side. And this is why I also think she's kind of MVP. She's manipulative, guys. Manipulative.
She's so pretty.
She is.
I'm falling for it too.
I know.
She's so
but
cute.
just if people think she's supposed to be cute though, they can like do things and they
well,
can't.
they can. Because I'm falling for it.
So he asked her. He's like, so which is it? Do you know her? Do you not? And she's like, well, I did never. This is what I love. I never feel like I really got to know her. Like that was her truth. Like she said that.
And she kept saying, I could only tell you my truth in that moment. No, girlfriend.
You straight
it's
said
either
for 3 hours.
the truth or not the truth. There's no my truth in that moment.
Yeah. This isn't feelings based. This is factual.
Yeah, it's not there's no my truth in that moment is like I don't like her maybe, but how much you know the girl is like either we went to Vegas together or we didn't. But what I love about this is that somehow Elia has gotten the whole conversation off of what the real conflict was.
The whole reason, like, he sent
the
her
whole
home.
reason they sent her home was because she told Victoria P to lie about their friendship and how much they knew each other. And so somehow that's not come out again.
Okay, so here's my thing though, because now I'm questioning Victoria P. Yeah. Because I'm like, you said one thing, now you're saying another, and then when he confronts you about it, not only did you go,
should Elia be a lawyer? Should she go intern with Kelly? Because she has now discredited the witness.
I'm just saying, and now we're having shots fired over here.
Kelly, we need your expertise. Where are you? You made so little input here. This episode.
I don't know. I think we should have a mediator at this point.
We need legal perspective.
Not only that, but when he approaches her about it, she doesn't say like, okay, you know what? I wasn't thinking straight. She straight up just starts crying.
Yes.
She doesn't,
Yes.
Like he cries.
Yeah. No, Victoria P. Yes.
Yes. And so
that's true. She never really
It almost
clarified.
felt like she was super guilty because then she started throwing with, I've opened up to you, I've done all this to you, and now you're questioning me, instead of just owning that you might have made a mistake here and said something that wasn't accurate.
I shouldn't have said you could have said I felt like I've only known for 3 hours.
Yeah.
We don't have it.
She turned it around on him and it felt manipulative.
Yes.
It was very much, it was giving me like.
But also when they met together and it was Elia, Victoria P, and Peter's arm was around her, around Victoria P.
But he does that sometimes. He like takes sides.
And if I was Elia, I would have felt like this is them coming to question me. Yeah. So I was actually really shocked when then he takes Elia's hand and he also, Peter, not thinking about these girls, you should have done this privately. He takes Elia's hand, walks her back to all these girls who have just been waiting and not
bloodied on the field
and not getting any time with him.
Waiting with bated breath.
Yes, okay, that's so true. They said they have friends in common. So I do agree with Victoria P. Because she was like, we have friends in common, but we're like, I think she was trying to say like we're not friends. We just have friends.
Like we know of each other, but we're not that great.
And like we have mutual friends.
Maybe our only real true alone time together was 3 hours. Like our ever one-on-one time.
Yes.
Who knows?
But she did not do a good job defending
No.
herself. She needed a good representative, a good advocate. She needed Kelly. Okay, so anyway, he walks her back to the group and gives Alea the rose in front of everyone.
I thought that was a slap in the face.
It was not the best idea.
It wasn't the best move. It was
was-
hard to watch. In the disappointment, you could feel it.
Because none of them got time at all. Again, and it's not necessarily Alea's fault. I mean, I know she came back, so it's her fault in the sense that she came back. But like,
But Peter has control in the
Peter can
situation to
control
say,
this narrative.
hey, I know you're back and I want to chat with you.
She wasn't around all the girls to like instigate herself. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
she also
not
wasn't losing
instigate.
time talking about it.
That's true. Because I think what made the other girls mad was like it was their group date, so
This is my only time this week.
they didn't get any time with him. So Kelsey was like, okay, yeah, it's not really affecting me in that sense. Like I'm still gonna have all this time with you. So
well, and at that point she could decide I'm either gonna make this a really good date today or I'm not. And
That's
by
true,
having
too.
a good response to this, we're gonna have
although
a
I
great
feel
date.
like some of the girls need that reminder
That's
because
true.
they're like mad that it's all about Alea. I'm like, then talk to him about something else other than
Girl.
Alea. Okay, we'll get into that too. So
Yeah.
Kelsey does very diplomatic, like you said, response. And then, oh, there's your feet. Then they eat
not
some
sure what happened.
Piorgis?
I don't, Piogis,
Porgies?
whatever they ate, it looked delicious.
But my favorite line is he's like, I feel like Kelsey's like a no drama kind of girl.
Have we forgotten Champagne Gate? Is that already over?
This girl herself admitted, I have not made it a single day without crying. Which I get it. Feelings are big.
Sure, and we're not downplaying your feelings, but don't call her not drama.
Like, she like made this champagne the biggest drama that it got a nickname Champagne Gate.
Yeah.
So
I'm so mad at her for that.
I was like, that is hilarious. But they did have a great time. They awkwardly changed the polka to a country western two-step. And then they went to dinner.
Yes, and I mean it did. So she did open up a lot of dinner.
She did. She really got vulnerable.
And I didn't think, and this is my bad, I didn't think she was going to be ugly.
I didn't either.
And she shared her story.
When she said I have something that I went through, I was like kind of embracing for like the, you know, like I didn't make basketball team in 11th grade and it was really hard for
yeah.
you know?
Yes.
And
It's
like,
true, it's true. Because some of these girls' stories are that, and I'm not saying it's not their
That-
truth, and that's not hard for them.
but I was like getting ready for that.
But no, she's had some real stuff. So
That was a real hard thing. Like
Yeah.
that was like, ooh, dagger. That had to
Yeah.
hurt. That
Yeah.
was hard for a little 12-year-old, 13-year-old to go with her it was her family's divorce, and she found out first.
Yeah.
So she came home to find the letter that her dad had written for her mom,
with his wedding ring, like
and then
that's
did not see her dad for 12 years.
that's pretty. That'll shake you.
Oh,
When she was
yeah.
talking about, oh my, my parents' divorce, shaped me. I was like, okay, relax. But like, also, this is super real.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's pretty legit. And
Mhm.
then they seem to have a good connection, but at the back of my head, I still have the whole champagne thing in my head.
I don't
So-
feel like they'd be a good match, and I didn't feel like that crazy amount of chemistry when they were like playing the games and like walking. And
No.
every time she was like, oh, you want to go in here? Like she didn't really want to do those things.
No, her outfit was cute,
She looks cute.
and Peter,
Yeah. Peter's listening face is on point.
but the turtleneck.
Okay.
I don't
was
wanna
trying
talk
to look
bad
past-
about- I don't wanna talk bad about
you
Peter.
You guys know we don't talk bad about this like stuff. We try to like stick to positive
Because
stuff.
it's, you
But
can't help the way you look,
Yeah,
but,
but
you can
let's
help
talk
what you put
about.
on your body.
The turtleneck though.
The turtleneck was rough.
It was just the awkward. It was like, is it a turtleneck? Is it a sweater? It was like right
Is
here.
it mock? I'm not sure, but it was really hard for me to listen. And then when they were like making out, like they just like all.
Wait, between the shawl she was wearing and his turtleneck, I'm like, it's like a amorphous like, blob.
They blended into one blob.
So, and it was a cute blob. They were
It was
blobbing
cute.
together.
And the fireworks, and you know Kelsey. Oh, and
And-
they soapbox. We forgot
Yeah,
that they
it's-
went soapbox, and they beat some kids. That was kind of rough. I was like,
Here, Pilot Pete, you beat us. Here's your
like,
trophy.
should we let the kids win? It was a cute date.
Yeah, it was a cute.
But
and you
I-
know, I love me the good walk around date. Like I'm a
That's
sucker
your
for walk.
favorite.
It's my
It's
favorite.
my least
Well, because
favorite.
it's what I would want to do. Like walk around dates are my life.
I need y'all to like.
We need to go bungee jumping.
We go down a river on a raft with elephants. Like, I have high expectations.
No, I get that.
I have higher expectations than Cleveland. Bachelor. I love Cleveland, Ohio.
It's true, though.
But I expect more. So then we go back to the hotel and we hear the girls processing out their thoughts about
Alea coming back.
Because there's a lot of feelings. I feel like the show's counselor was probably very busy this week. You know, they have a show counselor.
Well, you need to. There's a lot of drama. It's PTSD from Bachelor.
There was a lot to go on. And so I want to touch back on this moment where right when Alea came back, she was like, at the group date, she said, y'all need to fill me in on all what's going on. I heard...
And she's laying out what she knows.
She's like, I heard Victoria F. 101 ran into her ex, Chase Rice.
And they were like,
what? So that moment turned into a disaster for her.
Sure, and I will say, okay, she did present it in a way that, like, I'm not sure if anybody else knows. However, she does understand the fact that she wouldn't know that if she wasn't on the outside with a cell phone.
Yes.
How is everybody else supposed to know?
So I think
it was a little bit of drama there. She's
okay, but I don't think she did that to intentionally stir the pot. I think she did it more to be like, I'm in the know, like, I know stuff.
Like to say I'm the one who knows things.
I now know things. I've had the internet. Let me share with y'all what I know. Let me be the center of attention. I'm a big
So she wasn't like trying to hurt her, but she was just trying to be let everyone know that she knows what's up.
Yeah, I don't think she intentionally thought there was going to be any like ill will from anybody by doing that.
Maybe she thought everybody knew at that point. Who knows?
Yeah. So
I don't know.
From there,
I just don't trust her.
I know. Well, I honestly
some
think
people you can't trust in this
I
world.
think if you're like a really mature person, you're gonna be like, well, I should probably like test the room out first and see who knows what. But I think she's.
But that's what.
But I don't think it was like ill will. I think she. Oh, you think she was stirring the pot?
I agree with you, Sarah.
I don't think.
Agree with
I think
you.
she's just. I don't want to.
Some people are just no, not stupid. I think she's.
Well, I kind of do. I think she's.
I think it was not tactful. It was.
I think we're giving her too much credit to say she was trying to stir the pot. I think she just was coming in with the news.
And she wanted to be the bearer of the news.
And she wanted the attention, because she's admitted that she's a really big personality. Because I don't think she would stir the pot.
It's just one of those, oh, you didn't know that?
Yeah, like, it's going to make you think, oh, look, I know stuff. And I'm going to be the attention.
Yeah, but it doesn't make people think more of you.
Yeah. I don't think she thought it would stir the pot.
Yeah.
I think she's actually very upset that it stirred the pot. Like, she was trying to be she wants to be pageant-y. She just also wants all the attention. So
sure, but then from there it spreads like wildfire.
Oh yeah. Oh well, and Victoria I didn't realize she didn't tell anybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised she didn't though, because she is a very private person, and it does. She said it when she was talking to Peter later, which we'll touch on. She said, like, I didn't want everyone to know because then I'm having to answer the girls' questions, and rightfully so, because she want another girl to answer those questions. Like,
and the way the girls turn on each other so fast, you don't know if they're gonna be like, oh, so are you here for the right reason? Like, I agree that she was guarded. But yes, like. I think.
How much does she owe them though?
Yeah, so she doesn't, I guess.
So she hears like people are talking about me. So she's like, Victoria F decides that she's gonna go confront Alea,
which was everything.
Which, by the way, you can tell she's had a few drinks. Her tongue was purple from that wine. She has had a few drinks.
And she came in hot, and she like crossed her legs, and she's like, "So tell me about this."
With the scrunchie on her arm, she is wagging her finger.
And she looked really sexy. I was like,
she's very beautiful.
Oh my god, she's so beautiful. And Alea looked so caught off. Like, so, I don't know what to do. She doesn't know it. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're giving her too much credit. Like, I don't, not that I'm calling, she's probably smart. I know she owns a business and her boutique. And so, you know, I know she's a smart girl, but I don't think she's smart enough to, like, try to manipulate.
You can be smart and make, like, ignorant decisions and, like,
I think she doesn't think before she speaks. At all. And so that's what, like, at all. Like, I think she's just one of those people that's like, I want the attention, what's going to get it right now? And she does it, and she puts on her pilot hat and is like, you know, causes a scene in a room. And then doesn't think about anything else. Yeah. And so,
no, that makes, no, that,
and that's just what I think. I mean, negative attention. True.
Yeah.
True.
And I hear what you're saying.
That's like a cat. The cat wants the attention.
It's true.
Negative or not.
Yeah, it's true.
She wants that attention. So anyway,
I mean, at that point, they just cut to like
we go cocktail. It's the pre-rose cocktail, right? Yeah. It's the pre-rose ceremony cocktail.
And so much, but nothing happens in this last 10 minutes.
It was like the longest 10 minutes of my life.
Of nothingness, though. Because nothing got figured out.
Nothingness. And again, all the girls, I get it. They're so annoyed, right? So they confront him.
One or like, okay, so
The
he
first
walks
group,
in.
yes.
He walks in and he's like, "Can I see Victoria P?" And then, excuse me, Peter, we got stuff to say to you. We got so much stuff to say to you. And they say it. They're sort of saying like, "This is annoying. This is frustrating."
I loved it.
You're
I thought
handing her the rose in front of us.
Deandra, I think the way she put it was,
She led the way.
She did great. Like, I thought that was a perfect way to say it. Like, we were all on the group date. None of us got time with you.
I like how they zoomed in on a bruise when she's talking about it.
And
too.
McKenna's face the whole time was like, with her clip, I was like, she was like heavy nodding. Like, she's like, "Peter, I want you to see the nod."
I was heavy nodding like that, and like,
Yeah.
bystander.
Yeah. And then,
And so he acknowledged them and said, "I apologize," but he's like, it also felt like he's like, "I'm not a perfect person." It was kind of like, "I'm gonna keep making these mistakes, ladies. So
Yes.
buckle up."
okay, so then he calls Victoria P, who tells him,
He's like, "Let's go talk," and she's like, "I don't want to talk to you." And he's like, "Oh, well, you don't want to talk." He's not gonna force her to talk.
yeah.
And then she's like, "No, let's go talk."
So that's that moment where you're like trying to like make it. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I do it to my husband all the time. Like, I don't want to talk. But if I
But
did,
another thing-
I gotta tell you this and this and this.
It's accurate. Okay, so then he brings her outside and he's like, "Sit." She's like, "No, I don't want to sit." And she just sits.
This girl, she don't know what she wants any more than Peter knows what he
Well,
wants.
then the whole time she's like angry, but she's like smile talking. So I'm like, "But are you?"
So do you want to talk or you don't want to talk? Do you want to sit? You don't want to sit. Are you mad or are you smiling? What's happening here? I'm not sure, Victoria P, but you look great.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. We're going back in this again, and I'm just saying, like, I wonder if there's more to Victoria P than we're realizing.
Yeah.
Because it feels very manipulative, and she just keeps going around and like, "But you know me, and I've been honest with you," and it just feels like she's avoiding like the facts.
Yeah. At what point do you say, I think it was a misunderstanding? Like, I meant like it feels like 3 hours, or like genuine time together was
It's
3
just
hours.
too much deflecting and not enough ownership.
Yes. Yes. Self-awareness.
People,
ladies.
own it.
Self-awareness. All of these girls, all of them, all of the world.
Listen up.
Listen up.
I mean, honestly, so then, but here's the kicker. So she's like, "And then you won't even believe what happened to Victoria F." He's like, "What happened?" And she goes,
But you planted the seed.
"But you did."
Well played.
So-
Well played to look like you're mature, but really stir the pot.
Yeah.
So let's talk about pot stirring. That wasn't clueless pot stirring. That was
vindictive.
intentional.
That was intentional.
That was very smart.
Yeah.
Talk about manipulative. You've now created a conversation for somebody else. So
Girl.
this is why I keep defending Alea, even though who knows what she's really like in real life. But
There's more going on. There's a deeper situation.
there is a
here.
more going on. But I will say, when you get pushed in the corner and you do feel connections with someone, and you're all these emotions, you're drinking all this alcohol, you haven't had your phone, you haven't had your support system. I understand that Victoria P might just be like spiraling,
true.
like this need to defend your character and like defend your chance for love.
No, it's true. It's true.
They're
you're right.
losing control though, and so he goes to get Victoria F.
Yeah, and she breaks it down that
I thought she did a good
told
job.
people, and he goes, "Oh, so you didn't tell anyone?" She goes, "No, I didn't. It was all her." But I think she told she could have told everyone, but I think she told those two girls, and those two girls told everyone.
Yes, I do too. But we don't really know.
We don't know.
We
That's
don't really
hearsay.
know how.
That's
I will
hearsay.
say, Victoria F, it didn't show us her, and who knows what happened, but the clips that we saw didn't show her, like, slamming Alea like I thought she might.
Yeah.
It was more just presenting.
I think
like,
it was because of all that, like, couple drinks. She's like, "I'm gonna throw you under the bus," and
Yes.
then now it's really
like,
happening.
it was
She's
more
"That's
just
not
like,
me."
I didn't tell anybody, but Alea did.
Yeah.
And so I thought she handled it pretty well. She's not my fave, but she did handle, I thought she handled that. And then what was funny is the second she left, Sydney came in, and Sydney was like, I think Sydney's the pot stirrer. She's the one who started all this mess with, like,
She did.
I don't like Alea because
Instantly,
she's
that
a
was the-
big personality. She had no
She
idea.
said, "I don't associate with those."
And she had no idea about the Victoria P thing. So this girl Sydney has started this whole thing, and then she comes in and is like, "It's been Alea 24/7."
We can do this.
10% battery warning.
We can do this.
She's like, "It's been Alea 24/7."
Yeah.
And I'm like, because you've made it like that. Then stop the conversation,
Yes.
Sydney. And she's like, you don't even know my middle name. Then stop what you're doing and tell him
and
your
that's what I'm
middle
saying,
name.
and that's where you have to take control as a contestant.
Yes.
And you have to say, I could keep talking about this, but I'm gonna choose not to, and even say that. Say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose to use this time well with you because this could be the only time I get with you for another week.
Yes.
And please don't send me home, BT Dubs.
And do you want to make out? Like, do you want to put me on a pool table really quick?
I'm just saying, just for fun, just a little.
Yes. So anyway, then Peter is.
He's overwhelmed. I'm
he's
overwhelmed. I'm a bystander, and I'm overwhelmed.
The whole thing now is just like,
head's spinning.
And
So-
like, we almost totally forget about the whole Victoria F and Chase thing just happened. Like,
Did it? I don't know.
in
Was
this
that last episode?
Because like this
That's too much.
last 10 minutes has gone on for an hour and a half. It's like in January. This feels like January.
This episode, we're gonna call this episode January.
This episode is
January.
or it's Alea versus the Victorias, because that's really what it felt like.
Exactly.
Anyway, so he leaves and he's walking he's not the mansion,
No.
it's a mansion.
And
in
he's
Cleveland.
pondering. He
The
ponders.
girls are bickering.
Yeah.
And that is where we are left for a cliffhanger. I just feel like Barbara deserves better. You know, at this point, I just feel like Barbara deserves better. So, I don't know, Peter, get it together.
Get it together.
Or
For Barbara.
this is my theory, y'all. We're super passionate tonight, and I'm loving it. We're bringing it.
Yeah.
Is Peter confused because he's still in love with Hannah Brown?
I think we're gonna keep bringing this back to you guys as an option because that's what we really want to happen. I think it's a part of their love story. They're gonna come together at the end of this.
And the girls are like, he doesn't know what he wants. And I'm like,
Peter doesn't, but he does.
he knows it's Hannah Brown.
his
And so this
mind's
whole
eye.
thing is, he knows this whole thing is effed up.
It's all
because
for naught.
it should be Hannah Brown.
So we'll see.
Okay, we'll see
That's
you
what
guys.
we think. Tell us your thoughts.
Okay,
I know
I-
we've laid out a lot here, but they're like we want to know more like about what you think.
Your hair
My
too.
hair is
I thought
everywhere.
it was my hair. I was like, oh my god, my hair's so long and
hair's
gorgeous.
everywhere.
No, it's your gorgeous hair. Okay, we want to know, Chase Rice, did Chase Rice know? What are your thoughts? Like, how did that go down?
Yep.
We want to know the Victorias versus Alea. Are you thinking like I am? Are you thinking like Chelsea is?
Yeah.
We don't agree, and yet somehow we still
We
have.
find our middle grounds.
We find a
somewhere.
middle ground.
It's our hearts. It's
and
our
what do you
hearts.
think's gonna happen next?
Yeah,
Um,
I cannot. I know we keep saying this. I can't believe how soon we are in the episode. So we just need all of your thoughts.
Yes.
Lay them on us.
Lay them on us. We're gonna sign off before my phone does.
Yes. I know. What a way to end.
But we cannot wait to hear what y'all are thinking
Yes.
and seeing you next week because it keeps going.
It keeps going. We're only up episode 5 next week, yo.
Guys, we have
It looks
so
like
much
10,
more.
but it's only 5.
We can't wait till Hannah Brown and Pete get married.
All right. Dum, dum, dum. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.